Hello, hello. It's Carrie with So Much Glitter. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you guys are here. I'm just finishing getting setting up and making sure I have enough room on my craft table, making sure I have everything out. I am grabbing my favorite morning drink right now and one of my very new favorite mugs because it stays warm for a very, very long time and it just has a really cute aesthetic and it's pretty big. So I'm just going to finish getting set up, let everyone find us. I will try to find us, and you guys can grab your favorite drink, your favorite snack, and then come back and join me around the craft table. And do not forget your favorite craft supplies because we have some fun, nostalgic, nerdy stuff to do today. Okay. So I went ahead and introduced myself in the chat, and then I did put my link tree. So if you guys don't know where to find me, if I'm new to you, if you're new to me, this is how we can kind of introduce ourselves and we can support each other on this crafty journey. I do a lot of crafting for self-care and because I work a pretty serious job, so it's nice to have something creative, and I've always been somewhat creative. So I think I'm about finished setting up. I think I have everything where I want it to be. I hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Sunday. Um, Take the day for your self-care. Let's enjoy. I'm going to start off like I do every other Sunday. And I'm going to start off in the book of positive quotations. And I always kind of pick something that resonates with me or the week I'm having or whatever I want to manifest in the upcoming week. So that's what I'm going to do. I have my cat playing at my feet because my paper trash can is full. So it's just like a little bit of a playground for her. So I hope that doesn't bother, but I wanted to start in friendship today. So I just wanted to express that because that's going to be part of my grateful jar for 2026. So I'll explain that a little bit later if you're new and you don't know what that is. And so I always just pick out a quotation that kind of resonates with me. And sometimes I find more than one. Sometimes, I just find one. But today I'm going to use one. And I found the quotation that spoke to me today was one thing everybody in the world wants and needs is friendliness. And that's from William E. Haller. And I could not resonate more with that because we are in this crafty community for the creative share, but also the community and the friendship that this brings. And isn't the day just a little bit better when some random stranger is nice to us on the street or holds the elevator for us or does something really nice? And then so we can kind of repay that back as well. Hey, Flo, welcome, welcome. Everything's are yeah, Saturday was fun yesterday. I was reading my book. I am in the middle of The Mad Wife, and it is not what I expected. I expected more of a psychological thriller, but it really kind of resonates up my alley because I do work in mental health and what the 40s and the 50s were like for housewives. So if you like stuff like that, I recommend it. I'm not that far into it. Um, maybe halfway. Yeah, I'm on chapter 20. So that's what I was reading. My cat was sitting on my lap and we were just kind of having a nice day that was very springy out. Hey, Ellen, welcome, welcome. And she is my teenager, that cat. She definitely is a teenager. So when I get calm moments with her, I want to capture them because they are few and far between. Okay, so I'm going to go with my gratitude jar of 2026, and this is where I write one thing that I'm grateful for that has happened to me this past week, one positive thing that has happened to me this past week, and then on New Year's Eve on a live, I am going to dump it all out and put it in a journal so I can look at all the positive things that happened over the year. Because we can focus on the negative. It's really easy to focus on the negative. The media makes sure of that. And then just daily life, the grind can kind of get us down. So I'm going to put today's date, which is, wow, we're already at the 19th. I can't believe that. I'm going to read The Third Grave by Lisa Jackson next. Oh, yeah. Are you reading Lisa Jackson book right now too, Ellen, and you said she's pretty good. I need to look her up. Next weekend is Independent Bookstore Saturday on the 25th. Wait, yeah, that's next Saturday, the 25th. And I'm going to go to a small independent bookstore with a good friend of mine, and then we're going to have lunch. And so I'm excited about that. I'm going to look up some Lisa Jackson stuff. Yeah, like I feel like April just started. So I had a really fun weekend, and I think I probably put this in my grateful jar last week, but the week can kind of run together and be a little bit mundane. But I did have a really fun weekend last weekend with a great friend of mine before she went off to Europe. And I am grateful for the friendliness, like of the life that I've built. So I'm grateful for, and that kind of goes with the quote that I picked. And if you know me, and then I'm going to put love myself, that's kind of a big deal for me because I was married for a very, very long time, decades long. And I did not necessarily, like, we built a life that we wanted to have, but it morphed somewhere because personalities and people change and people are resistant to that. And then you discover people have issues that they don't want to take care of, and that kind of weighs heavy on you. And then when you're raising kids. And so I have purposefully, in this second act of my life, built a community that serves me and serves others and serves my kids well. And it really has resonated in every aspect of my life. I don't enjoy getting up going to work every day. I'm not going to lie. I don't like it. I work in mental health with adults. It's pretty hard. I work in a really high acute population. I don't want to do that forever either, but I'm grateful for the friendliness that I've built in my life. And so that's what I'm going to put in here, because despite all of the difficulties that we're going to have regardless as adults, it's just life is difficult sometimes. We need to look at the positive and kind of build the community that we want. So that's what I'm going to put in there for this week that went with my quote. And then I want to do, hey, Christina, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. And then I'm going to do a little bit of show and tell because I did do a little bit of a book haul at Barnes & Noble this week. And I didn't mean to. Honestly, I was on the way back to the office and there was a situation going on at the office. And I knew I wasn't going to be able to use the restroom. And I had been out driving to and from clients' homes for a while. And I was like, I really need to use the restroom, but I kind of need some caffeine at the same time. So I stopped in Barnes & Noble. And I mean, I found stuff in there because on the way to the restroom, you look and then you're like, well, let's see what the $5 book is at the cafe. I wasn't necessarily into the $5 book of the month, but if you're into fantasy and fantastical worlds and things like that, you might be into that. So check that out. This caught my eye because there was a whole display for it. And this is a storybook ending by Moira McDonald. What really kind of caught my eye is because she is a longtime arts critic for the Seattle Times. I'm from the Seattle area originally. And this is her debut novel. And it's already being translated into 19 languages. So I thought that was really neat. So after reading this, it was really like a kind of just a fun little cozy story. It's like, if you have ever seen the movie You've Got Mail. So it's like that with a twist and maybe a little bit of spice, but not like more than one pepper. It's just kind of fun. So that really caught my eye. I looked at the reviews. It was not on Thrift Books yet because that's what I do. I find something and I'm like, let me look on Thrift Books. I can get it for cheaper. I know I can. This is so new. It wasn't on Thrift Books yet. So I purchased it. And with the membership, I get 5 or 10% off. And then I had a $5 coupon. So it sounds really good. It does sound good, huh, Christina? So I was really excited to get it. I thought it could be like a fun beach read or whatever, something maybe to transition myself from what I've been reading that's a little bit serious. But honestly, I have so much on my TBR shelf that it's insane. But this is there and I want to read it. And I think it's going to be a good beach read for me. I also purchased this because I collect these little fun sticker, color, and activity books at Barnes & Noble. And I wasn't going to because I was like, Carrie, you do not need them all. Okay. But my Want Monster said, yeah, you need the whole collection because they're already on a shelf on your bookshelf and they're only $12 and you have the 10% off. Okay. So I started looking through it and I was like, I don't do a whole lot of like Valentine's Day crafting. I don't do a whole lot of, I don't know, like, romance stuff. Okay. But last weekend, hear me out now, because you're all going to think I'm a little bit off. I went to a bookstore. Hey, Jane. I went to a bookstore, that Forbidden Fiction that I talked to you guys about. I actually have that candle going now. And that was a really, like, it's a spicy, romantic, bookshop, whatever. I don't know what to call it. But anyway, so it was really nice. I liked it. And she's new. And I thought, you know what? I see a lot of these, like a lot of the stickers. Let me find. And then it's fun coloring pages I could put in journals. I probably won't do this kind of stuff because that bugs my eyes out. But it's there. We could color over it, tea, dye it, do whatever we want. So it's like stuff like this. Oh, there's my receipt. Stuff like this with the ladies. I thought, you know what? A good amount of snark could go with these girls. I could do spicy sayings with these. I can make like fun little spicy bookmarks with these. Like a few weeks ago in my live, we made some bookmarks and I have not yet laminated them. I'm awful. But if you were here for that, we made some fun bookmarks with some spicy things and out of some spicy books and then tags and stuff like that. And I have a few kind of lingering. So I thought I wanted to kind of put that spin on this little book. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's going to go on the shelf. See, a lot of this could be snarky and could be fun. And it looks like it's going to be real Victorian, prim and proper. And then it doesn't have to be, or it can be. Like, I don't know. It will be, it won't be, it'll be it all. So that's why I got that. Flo will enjoy the snacks up in the balcony. I'll make sure to pass you some supplies if you need them up there. And then I did purchase this because it was the last one left and I'm really into the adult cozy coloring. But now I've kind of looked it up. I don't know if there's necessarily an artist attached to this, and that's kind of disappointing, Barnes & Noble, but hey Mom, welcome. Happy Sunday. Glad to have you back. So I did purchase this. This was like $11. Okay, but hear me out. The reason why I purchased it was because of the fairy tales. And then when I opened it up, it has like a whole Atari look to it. Like it has that whole 8-bit kind of lining to it. And I liked that. I thought that is cool. And I know it's cutesy and kidsy looking, but I don't care. I don't care. I can make this. And then, okay, so then my mind, because I was already on I can make those bookmarks or those cards and make them spicy cards, like the spicy books and stuff like that. With this, I was like, you know what? Junetober's coming up. I could make these really dark and Halloween-like if I want to, or I could make them fantasy, like whatever. I could just kind of make them my own. The paper's really thick. I like that. So it's not, well, enjoy the biscuits. Share with everyone up in the balcony. I think Flo might be hungry. So I thought, and it was the last one. And I was like, I'm going to leave and think about it and be like, no, that'll be kind of fun. This isn't really an artist though. The illustrations are by Milk. It's very, very non-descriptive. And when I went to try to look it up online, it was the same way. So that's not promising. I like to support like individual artists. But there's that. And then I wanted to share my, before we kind of get started, I wanted to share my coloring page of the week because I do one coloring page a week. And I did purchase this a while ago, and this is by Jade Summer. I've been following her on Instagram for a while, and I don't necessarily know if Jade Summer is a person or a company, but she has a person representing her in coloring and designing, so that might be her. This just might be like her pseudonym. But it's an actual person, and here, what I liked about this also is it links you to the community. It links you to the artists, so you can find like real people behind the art. And so that I like that. Anyway, so I did purchase this a while ago, but I did purchase this because if you guys know Coloring View, she was on Friday night or last night. I think it was Friday night. And she had Miss Kim with her, and she was talking about, yeah, here's the artist. I know it was in here somewhere. She was talking about the color cubes again. And I've had the coloring cubes on my wish list, my crafty wish list for a very long time. But those things are very expensive. And why? I mean, I know why, but like, why do I need to spend so much money to have these cards and these different color palettes? So this, in this book, it has coloring palettes, and View had said something like, the world is your coloring cube, save your money. Like, I bought the companion, like I didn't need to. And she said you can purchase coloring books that have different palettes in them. I saw this, and this is why I bought it. And this was $9. So I'm actually having a lot of fun with it, but you know, you could copy her colors, not whatever. But it has pretty good palettes in it. It has play with the patterns, things like that. It has the coloring wheel. I like it. So this was my coloring page of the week, was this one. And it's just real simple. I did color outside of the lines. I was going for an effect that I saw on TikTok, this darn TikTok. You're going to hear about this later. But I was going for an effect of maybe making it look like the TV was on them, or there was some sort of highlight or something. So what I did is I took a ruler and I like did lines with a pencil, and then I colored that all in the yellow of my choice. And then everything outside of that, I colored in a grayscale. Let me get my markers just to show you, because I don't know if you guys are colorists or not, but they're right. I'm bumping into everything. My apologies. Hold on. They're right here off to the side on my bookshelf / TV stand. I've got like 3 of them going on. Thank you, Ellen. Oh, Jane, you reminded me I have to mail off some swaps tomorrow as well. So I use this little brush holder for my what color palette I'm using. And so I'm using the Ohuhu, the Honolulu Bee, because I've just invested in expanding these, and I really, really like them. So I'm trying to get everything to stand up here. So I use the yellow right here, and then I use the gray, the CG24. And these are the newer formula, I think. I have some newer, some older. So that's what I did. That was my goal. I don't think I achieved the goal, honestly, because then I got too caught up in like, I need to color the things and make it look like they have color to them, when maybe I was missing the point. So I'm going to try doing this again, but I did go back and try to highlight things to make it look like it was shining down on them. I don't know if it came through, honestly, but in my head I was like, maybe it doesn't have to be a TV, because I thought they're like full on watching the TV. Maybe it's from the moonlight and the stars, and then I had to add some snow because they were just, you know, they have the hot cocoa and they were cuddling. And then I add some gel markers just to kind of outline things. So I thought that that was just a fun little different effect. And I see a lot of people like on the coloring talk on TikTok doing monochromatic, just one color, ombre, whatever. And I really liked this effect. So that was my coloring page of the week, and I still have this coloring palette out, and I did use colors from this coloring palette that this came with. I should probably mark that page with a it would just make my life easier. Let me get down. I have things fallen, of course I do. I'm going to mark these so we know, like, these are the palette pages. But I did use, like right here, you could see I like matched for the best I had, and I wrote in here what it was. But it's just fun kind of expanding. So I worked a regular shift this whole last week, which is 8 to 4:30. So I get up extra early. I watch some Charmed, and I color and have some cups of tea. I need that time before I go into what I'm going into, because who knows what I'm going into sometimes. But that kind of gets us going to my idea of the day. You guys might think I'm a little bit off for this, but this is just like my creative brain working. I created this on a video last week, and it's a large tag out of the Stitches and Time kit from Be Happy, and it's here. I haven't double-sided printed a lot of this because I don't think I'm going to use these today because I just think I won't have time. I don't know. We'll see. So I really like this kit, and I don't necessarily need to use it as if I'm making it for a seamstress, but I printed out other things too. This is from Be Happy's like retro kit, and I have some coffee dyed background paper from Sweet Pea. And then I have like a little quilted thing from Sweet Pea as well. Sweet Pea Curiosities. And then I have, these guys are all in Etsy. And then I have some like little collaging elements. But a while ago, it's this darn TikTok again. A while ago, I was scrolling on TikTok, and I'm going to take a sip of my tea. I was scrolling on TikTok, and thank you, Ellen. I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw a All My Children, they called it a family album, which I was like, oh, what is that? Like, I grew up on All My Children. Like, that is so cool. And I was like, I have to check this out. And so I don't ever buy anything on TikTok, but I clicked on the link and it was like $26. I was like, Amazon's got to have it for cheaper because I have Prime. And then I clicked on it. No, Amazon had it for more expensive. I was like, all right, like Thrift Books won't fail me, right? Thrift Books will not fail me. They did not. They had it for $6 from some bookseller. And it was like at a bookstore. Like, I get that. And so there's like stickers on it. I purchased it. I did. And they're calling this the family scrapbook. I'm calling it an All My Children yearbook. And look, it retailed for $25. And so it's like selling for more than what it retailed for. So it only comes with the cover. So this isn't on the cover. I freaking love this. And I was like, what am I going to do with it? And then I just got to thinking, and now my thumbnail is going to make a little bit more sense, I think, once I explain this. I thought, well, what about all of my soap operas that I grew up watching? And I was like, if All My Children has one of these, they all have one, right? And sure as heck, they did. It came up as like to suggest me for other ones, and I bought them all. I bought all of the ones that I use, or that not that I use, that I watched when I was younger. And this is just the storyline and everything. I don't need all of this. I'm here for the pictures, and I am going to tell you what I'm going to do with all of this in just a second. But this goes through the years, right? And Days, yeah. Days wasn't one that I grew up on. I watched probably whatever my mom watched when I was younger, but I got hooked, dang it. But I just thought that this was fun. So I was like, I'm going to make a nostalgic scrapbook out of it. Okay, well, here, I got General Hospital. Yeah. This happened to be in the middle of it. And I was like, oh, that's perfect for like a journal. Like, that would be perfect for some ephemera. And see, it's not like it could be like, you know, printed on here, but it's not. So we have General Hospital, Luke and Laura, of course. How can we not? And I thought this is perfect for me to reverse collage in these books. I can put some matte medium down, and I do have some matte medium. I do not go for the gold. I do not do the golden that Dee Willingham recommends. I do the Liquitex because it's cheaper. The golden's way too expensive. I remember you loving Luke and Laura. That is so funny. So yeah, this just goes through the whole thing. This is just very, very nostalgic. And I stopped watching soaps, of course, like when I had kids and things like that. But and I didn't know a lot of these soaps kept going on, but they did. So I have General Hospital, because that was, you know, this was at noon. This, my summers were babysitting and watching soap operas. This was at noon. This was at 1. This was at 2. And then Northwest Afternoon was at 3. Because Cindy on Northwest Afternoon used to recap. That was a local Seattle show. Used to recap all the soaps. So here's the One Life to Live. And again, it's just a blank book. So I'll just flip through it really quick and I'll kind of tell you my idea. And I'll start putting together, I think, the cover today of it. This is going to be a labor of love, this project, and it's just going to be for strict nostalgia. If you've watched me before, you've watched my 80s childhood junk journal. I'll bring that out in a second. Loved her, and then she was on Baywatch, and then hello, Roseanne. Who knew? Like, I don't remember half of this stuff. Oh yeah, Days of Our Lives. Yeah, that's one I didn't watch actually. I don't know why. It must have conflicted with something else I watched, to be honest with you. And then remember, if you guys like Desperate Housewives, my daughter's doing a full rewatch of that right now. Brie Vandekamp, there she is. So anyway, so this is One Life to Live. And then I have the General Hospital. And then I, at 11 a.m., Young and the Restless came on. So I'll try to get this out so you can see it. There you go. And so I love this one. And again, this is just the cover, but look at the inside of this book. So this is the book that I'm going to be using because of this. I love this. This is so clever and so fun. And the back of it, the back of it does it too. Just so fun. It's characters. So, hello, Belinda. Welcome. I'm glad you joined me. Anyway, so there's that. And so we'll just kind of thumb through this really quick. And they're all kind of in the same format. So that's just why I call them yearbooks. Yeah, gosh, so much. So anyway, and some of these are signed, you know, and this is just like very much like 80s and 90s of me, like being middle school, teenager, early adulthood, motherhood kind of thing. And then, like, you know, once I got really busy, I stopped. But I figured that this would be perfect for my matte medium because I don't necessarily need all of the wording. I do want the pictures, or if I do want the wording, I can kind of piece this together how I want. So all of my soap operas are going to be married into one journal. And they are going to be all together into this journal. So what I'm going to do is, see, this was $6.99 because this was, oh, Value Village. Oh, wouldn't that be weird if this came from up in Washington, because Value Village is up in Washington. I did not pay $6.99. I paid $5 something. So anyway, inside cover is awesome, isn't it? It's so awesome. I love it. And this is where I was like, oh, I'm using this book because I don't need to do a whole lot of zhuzhing up in here and covering up in here. I can just put whatever, however I decide I want to do this. So the reason why I thought I could do this was because why not? But I have a junk journal I'm going to try to pull out. And I may not be able to find it. Oh, here it is. Of course, it's sitting on top. So this is the journal, my childhood junk journal that I'm kind of in the middle of creating, deciding. I don't know. And so this is something that I'm using. So I'm going to use this as my Society of Ideas, what Dee Dee would call it, Society of Ideas Journal Collector's Notebook or whatever, something way too long for me. So this is my Society of Ideas journal. And I'm going to put all my ideas in here, write them down, because I didn't know what I wanted to do with this until I thought, you know what? I am going to use this as my Society of Ideas because it's like a flow journal. Although I sewed my signatures individually, I do have 2 signatures in here, and I can add more if I want. So it'll be a gator mouth. I haven't trimmed this down. I haven't really finished a whole lot of this, but it's like a work in progress, and that's what this is going to be. So that's what made me think I can do that. Why not? Why can't I do that? Yeah, an everyday idea journal. Thank you. That's a little bit easier. I know when Dee Dee says it, I'm always like, gosh, I get tongue tied. Like that is a mouthful. Thank you, Ellen. So I'm going to start with probably taking some pages out because I don't need every page. We're not needing to decorate every page. We can glue pages together, whatever. This doesn't need to be as big as what the book is, right? But I do want to start out probably with a master board as the cover, the front and the back. I am completely, oh, I guess I'm not. I thought I was completely out of Fabri-Tac because it stopped pouring out. So I had to order more. Because I'm going to Fabri-Tac it on here. So I'm going to do the master board first and then adhere it to this with Fabri-Tac. And then I want to get some lace, which I forgot to bring out my lace. So I'm going to have to go get that. But I'm going to do the master board first. Sorry, I had to take a sip of my tea. I'm going to do the master boarding first. And that's what this is going to be. And it's probably going to be like a lace spine right here. Is what I was thinking. I just thought how fun, right? But this in here doesn't need a whole lot. I'll probably just like paint it, ink it up, maybe do some stenciling. I'll just add to the fun artwork that's already there. But because I was disappointed when they came in like this. My daughter was like, Mom, this is actually a really cool idea. And if you know my daughter, and my mom does, she's in here. My daughter is kind of like the fun blocker sometimes because she's like, well, if that's going to cost you money, don't do it. But my daughter was like, no, like that's a really good idea. But because the covers are kind of disappointing because it's just a sleeve, you could cut out elements and make all of your soap opera people together. And that's what I'm going to do on the cover. I think I'm going to do that on the cover. And I'm just going to probably masterboard a few 12 by 12 sheets of paper and not put a whole lot of thought into it. Not meaning I'm not going to think about it, but I'm not just going to take it. I'm not going to take it too seriously. So I could do that. One of these is like a background. These printed on landscape, so that may not work. I do like the idea for the cover to maybe to be something like this. But I did set my, I'm bumping the camera. Apologies. I know that bugs some people sometimes because people say stuff about it. So this is like, yeah, I guess this would be 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So I could masterboard an 8.5, 11 sheet of paper, probably this one. Let's just be honest. And I did double print this, but, and then I could, and I didn't finish my thought. I am aware of that. This could be like on the back because it's like a coffee table cover book. So I don't know which one I would do on the front, but my idea was with the kit from BeeHappyStationery was like, we're sewing everything all together. And what you love Abby because she what? She's the voice of reason sometimes. So I did set up my sewing machine when I added the bookshelf in here around Christmas time. But my bobbin isn't in there and I don't think it's threaded, so I'm not going to be able to do that today. But I wanted to maybe sew some elements together and have some stitching so it shows. So that's my idea, is to masterboard one of these sheets of paper, and I'm going to start cutting out some elements and cutting out some paper. I don't know for the cover, like it's fun to have two different back covers because I'm just that way. Like not everything needs to be matchy, especially if this is going to be like a fun junk journal-y type feel. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should it be like the coffee stained, because this could be like a coffee table paper book, or should I do the quilting on the front and then I'm going to just end up sewing some elements on here at a later time? So I don't know. Do y'all have an opinion? Like here. For quilts for cover. So do you guys, oh, it's gonna, okay. I thought it was, my computer was thinking for a second. Yeah, the quilting, that's what I'm kind of thinking too. But so there's the quilting, there's the coffee. Now, whatever doesn't make the cut for, because I'm torn, whatever doesn't make the cut for the cover is going to go on the back. So, oh, you guys like the quilting? They are both nice with the quilting. Pretty quilting. See, you guys are, okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to masterboard this. I'm going to start cutting out some elements, and then this is going to be on the back, and then I'm going to have some lace here. Now, I know this doesn't fit perfectly 8.5 by 11. I don't know that that matters. I could add some like acrylic paint to this if I wanted to. And I'm going to have some lace on the spine. I think acrylic paint might be kind of fun. The quilting, yeah. Acrylic paint might be kind of fun just to give it like an extra pop of color. It may not matter, honestly, because if I do lace, you might be able to see the gray through here anyway. But I'm going to need to cover this up. And then so I could just cover it up, honestly, with any color. This may need to be treated with like a fine grit sandpaper in order for it to glue down. That's why I ordered more Fabri-Tac. And I really thought I did not have any in here because it was not coming out the other day for me. And I do have some in here. I ordered more. I went to Michael's originally because I work right next door, right across the street, and it's right next door to Barnes and Noble. But I wanted to purchase it there with my rewards, but it was $18. $18 at Michael's. I was like, wait, that's not right. I don't remember what I paid for it last time, but that's not right. And so I looked on Amazon, and it's from Beacon directly on Amazon, so it's not like from Amazon. And it was 10. So I ordered it. It won't be here till next week, but because it's coming from Beacon directly, it's not like a third-party seller. So I was like, oh, okay, like I could do that. So yeah, so let's I'm going to start with All My Children because All My Children was my favorite. I was a little bit partial to that because I loved me some Susan Lucci. Loved me some Susan Lucci. And when we lived on Long Island, New York, for a little bit when I was a teenager, she lived in a town right there on Long Island, which wasn't very far from us. And so we would drive by her house. She had like a big fancy house. And now I think about it, I'm like, oh, I guess it like wasn't like Hollywood fancy, right? But it was like some big like house, and it was really neat. And she always had some big fancy like limo parked in the driveway. So I just thought it was funny that we could drive by Susan Lucci's house when I lived in New York. Garden City. It was Garden City. She lived in Garden City. So anyway, all right. So let's get started with that. So that's what I'm going to do. I need to get my craft mat out though, because I am going to do like a collaging element. And that is right here next to me. If I don't stop being not prepared, I'm going to need to make myself my own BRB sign because I keep having to get up. Working that close to both Michael's and Barnes and Noble, Belinda, it is dangerous. This is why my daughter tries to be my penny keeper sometimes, I think. And then Ulta is right next door too. Don't forget Ulta, okay? Right there. It's Ulta, Michael's, Barnes and Noble, and then Ross on the other side of the parking lot, which I don't ever cross over to that side of the parking lot. So whatever. Okay. So we're just thinking of the cover. I don't know if I want to like have a flat space here. I have too much stuff on my desk. So I hope we don't have a craft-a-lanch. I just want to put my very, like my favorite memories and favorite characters on the front. And I love this, but I don't know that this necessarily needs to be on the cover. I want pictures on the cover and probably some words. The great and the least, the weak and the strong, the rich and the poor, and sickness and health, and joy and sorrow, and tragedy and triumph. You are all my children. Okay, that has to go on the cover. So I'm going to do that first. I have a Cricut craft knife, and I don't know if my blade is very sharp, to be honest. I probably need like more blades for it. Just made a rule to go to Hobby Lobby twice a year. Ellen, I admire you. I admire you very much. If I go once every few months, I feel like I'm doing good, honestly. These are not going to be straight lines. I am not like a craft knife girly. This is why I have a Cricut craft knife, because it's a little bit, and everything's going to be crooked, and it's a little bit easier to hold. Honestly, I should just take out this whole page. I don't know why I didn't do that. Let's just do, I need a bigger, let's see if that'll work. That may not work. I need a bigger craft mat, like a cutting mat right here. But yeah, okay. Well, that's not working, is it? I'm just kind of cutting up the spine, aren't I? Tear it out. Tear it out. Okay, so that's going to go on the cover. And now I'm just going to, oh yeah, Ellen. Spending less than $100 at Hobby Lobby is, see, then I go more often. And so if I spend like 50, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't come back here for a while. But if you're only going a few times a year, I completely understand. It's easy. It's so easy to do. And then they're like, oh, this isn't on sale. Are you sure that you want it? And I'm like, oh gosh, yes, it's clearly here in my cart for a reason. You could take notes. And they anticipated me coming with this book years and years later. When did they make this book? I have no idea. Honestly, I don't know. Is there a date on it? I don't know. There's no date. See, look at all this. These are fun. I know I'm going to want some of these. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of masterboard the front of it. Oh, remember him. Hello. Jackson Montgomery. I remember him very, very well. Okay. I remember him later. I think it says everything about the people. That's so cool. Oh, Kelly Ripa, that's right. She was on as Haley, the troubled teenager. It's just so funny that you see all of these people now, and oh, there's Susan Lucci. So Susan Lucci and Jackson are going on the cover, of course, from this. And then what I'm going to do is pull out, you know, I need probably a ruler. And the only metal ruler that I have is a big long Cricut one, but it's no big deal. We'll just use this. But it has grippies on the bottom of it. So there's that. So I'll just try to get as many, I'll try not to like keep you here all day with my funky little idea. So I'm glad you guys aren't like, oh, that's weird, because it is a little bit odd. But I thought, you know what? It's fun, because my 80s junk journal, my retro childhood junk journal, I don't really know what to call it yet, except for now it's my Society of Ideas. What did Jane say? The Everyday Idea Journal, whatever it is. So I'm probably off. I'm off my desk. I'm off my camera a little bit. So stand by. I'm trying to work on my angles still. Like, I am definitely not a camera woman. It's a good thing I didn't go to school for TV and film, because I suck. We don't need his real name over here. We don't care what his real name is. It's just Jackson Montgomery for all we know. Oh, and see, I think my blade's not very good. So let me try to do this again. I might just have to cut it out. I don't know if I have replacement blades. I am taking my, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm taking pieces of my ruler with me, so that's not great. Let's just cut this out. I guess I could just tear out the pages that I want to, since I'll be tearing pages out anyway. the whole like reverse collage and collaging thing, sometimes I'm newer at all of that. So for some reason, I'm like, I want to preserve the book, but that's not the point of this. And this book is so huge. I don't need to like use my my craft knife for everything, because I have the like collage little catalogs or collage books that I'm not obviously taking whole pages out of. I'm just taking elements out of. But this is going to be like a little bit of a different story. So we'll put that there. And then I want to go back for the Susan Lucci one. Hey, Beau, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Thanks for showing the links. Thank you so much for doing that. We were talking about, when I was showing my coloring page of the week, about how you talked me out of the coloring cube, and I found a coloring book not too long ago with a palette in it. So you inspired that purchase for me. And then I was trying to be all careful, like with my collaging idea, and trying to craft knife things out, and that's just not working. So you did. You saved me money. I mean, I definitely had it on my list. I was like, oh, I can like make payments on it or put it on a credit card. And then I really I listened to you that one day view, and I was like, you know what? She's right. Like, and now it really forces me to look at things in life. I don't necessarily remember these people. Oh, Opal. I do remember Opal. Gosh, she looks a lot different right there for some reason for me. I remember Opal is older, I think. So I'm just going to kind of throw these down at my feet since my little trash can is full anyway. And then I remember him, Noah. I really remember him. I had a crush on him. If you can you see? Oh, Adam Stewart. Adam Stewart Chandler. No, I just remember Adam Chandler. Okay. So let's see who else I really, really remember. Okay, let's grab him. And then we will go into a different book and start grabbing those. Where I put my scissors, and nobody knows. And then we're just going to start masterboarding. And I don't necessarily need to keep these big, this is why I called it a yearbook, because these are like yearbook photos, not scrapbook photos. We're going to turn it into a scrapbook. They wanted to call it a scrapbook. They didn't. They missed the mark. They made it like a yearbook. So we're going to make it a scrapbook for them. Oh, Edmund Gray. I remember him as well. Memories. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if there's some scenes. Like, we need scenes, right? And a lot of these get into, oh, look, Oprah. Long before she became a national celebrity, Baltimore newscaster Oprah Winfrey popped up on a quick cameo when she introduced herself to Pine Valley's Pamela Kingsley. That's funny. You know, there's a Pine Valley here in San Diego County, and it's a really, really small town as you're going out towards Arizona. I've had to go there a few times for clients. Really, really Hallmark-esque. And it's very, very Donald Trump. Of course, he was everywhere. Very, it always makes me think of All My Children. And I've said something to a few people I've worked with before, and I've had to go to a client out there. I'm like, oh, going to Arizona Day, because it's so far out there. And then I'm like, going to go see the cast of All My Children. And they look at me sideways. They're like, what is wrong with you? I have no idea. I work with younger people. So anyway. Okay, I was going to see if maybe we should get a little more of these. I think these are like off-camera ones. Like behind the scenes, off-camera. What am I thinking? Yeah, so this is really neat as well to see how they filmed it and everything. I don't know. Oh, it's behind this. Oh, every chapter is something new. I'm just willy-nilly going through the book. Yes, View. I have a Young and the Restless book that I'm going to take out next. So stand by, ma'am. You'll see it. I have one of all of these for the soap operas that I grew up with. And my mom introduced me to the whole soap opera world, and I just never stopped. And my mom's actually in the chat, View. So she'll take that. Okay, I'm not really finding anyone that I want to grab out. The weddings that the soap operas had were always so great, right? They were like royal weddings. Cliff and Nina's Glorious Wedding. Okay. I just wanted to see, maybe I'll go switch books and get some more characters out. Oh, this is fun. Oh, we have that. The lines between them. Brooke slaps Erica. I can hear the slap now. Okay. These guys are my favorite couple on the soap opera. Well, we're gonna cut Brooke out of it. We're just gonna leave Erica in there. Okay. We'll leave these guys in there. And then I will get out and then I'm masterboarding the cover right now is what I'm doing. So if I spend too much time on one book, that when people open up my journal, they're gonna be like, is it all my children's journal? So I kind of wanna, this I may not use. So I'm gonna put that down on the ground. I haven't cleaned my floors yet, so no worries. Did you say Young and the Restless, View? Men would watch soap operas too back in the day. The nighttime, yeah. Laura got kidnapped. Yes, that's what me and my mom were just talking about, Luke and Laura. That's funny. Okay. Who shot JR? Yep, that was Dallas, right? That was the whole nighttime thing. My ex-husband's mom, he remembers that more than like the daytime soaps. General Hospital. I watched General Hospital. Okay, so this is the Young and the Restless yearbook. Well, that's what I'm calling it. And this is the book I'm actually using that is going to be used because of this, because of the characters. I love it. And then I do have some matte medium. I know I've showed that before. I'm not fancy. I don't do the golden. I do the cheaper Michaels brand. Yeah, Dallas. That's funny. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Hello. Yeah, they're going on the cover. Ooh, that's a cool one too, though. So let's get rid of this page. I'm just going to willy-nilly tear them out. I'm not really going to worry about it. And then we're going to kind of put them together. And I don't really feel like I need to have the soap opera name on the cover, the soap opera names on the cover of the book, because the book is really going to be for me. I'm not giving it away or anything. Oh, I kind of cut into that, but that's a really good background. I think that's good to have in here though. See, I like how they did the characters. That's really neat. So I could like matte medium and then paint around that, pick a coloring palette and kind of go from there and we can put in some elements. So here's all I remember her. Oh, I remember her. Victoria Newman. Oh, that's so funny. I'm probably going to cut out. Oh, her. No. She's going to be on the same, though. I really remember. Nikki, the Newman family. Heck yeah. Okay, we'll see. See, that's fun. And just how she got started. Okay, let's get into some. Oh, see, this one's fun. Oh, and then they have viewers, like what they say about the book. So that'd be fun. Okay. I'm going to probably go back and take out some of the Newman family. Let me see. The cast through the years. David Hasselhoff. How funny. My goal is to just try to get as much out. Oh, these are neat. I definitely want to use that page. The Mad Hatter, them in costume, stuff like that. I should probably, I don't want to like fold it, but yeah, whatever. Whatever, we'll figure it out later. Okay. I had a crush on Victor Newman. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, isn't it funny how you look back and you're like, hey, oh, this is neat. Here we go. The Chandler estate. But Chancellor, is it Chancellor or Chandler? Package is labeled and ready to post. You're being very creatively active today. I like it, Jane. Jane, you're ahead of me. Okay, this is fun. I want this page. So I want this picture. So I'm hoping that this isn't too boring for you guys, because I wasn't sure that everyone would like be into this idea because it's a bit niche. It is a bit niche. I do realize that. And not everybody is like as quirky as I am. And it has the certificates of marriage and stuff. That's actually so cool. So little elements like that I'll want. These are all the marriages. I'm probably going to go back and pick out some of like the yearbook looking photos. 1982, 1979. Wow. Oh, Genoa City. That's right. It was Genoa City. Family tree. So we're going to get some good pictures here too. I really liked her. Okay. Take out that. And, oh, Victoria Newman. That's how I remember her looking. And these guys. Oh, heck yeah. The Newman. Oh, my goodness. Not quirky. Yeah, good. You get to see kind of what I'm doing that I don't know half of what I'm doing, probably. You can correct me. But I just thought that it would be fun. Okay, so I think that might be, I do remember her though. Doesn't she need to be on there? Oh, table of contents. I don't need to know the table of contents because I'm making my own. I'm making my own darn book. So I'm just, I'm like, where am I putting the ones I've used? Okay. So Victoria Newman. Yes, yes, yes. And I really remember her. And this is, one could go on and on. I'm sure it would take 30 years to explain 25 years of The Young and the Restless. The better way to extol the virtues of the show is to express what's in the hearts of millions of viewers. Thank you for so many hours through so many years of enjoyment. Okay, I like that. And that could just kind of go in the background. And with the fun part with the whole masterboarding element on the front is I'm going to end up covering most of this quilt, obviously, but it's going to be there in the background. And then I'm probably going to paint the book a color. I'm going to have to pick a color palette. It's probably going to be from that. That pink is really singing to me because why not? Okay. And gosh, I picked so much from this one. Let's see. No regrets. Just shows none of us know what the heck is going on while we play. You know what? Might as well. Just keep playing anyway, right? Okay, do I have him on here already? I just have him right there. Okay. And see, all of these guys are going to be, they're not going to be separate. They're all going to be together. And I'm not going to use like the big square yearbook photo thing. I'm going to probably silhouette them out and, you know, whatever. Just, this will be a fun ongoing project. And I like that I can use things from different designers in one project as well. So that's how it's going to, and then stuff from my own designing arsenal, if you will. Okay. Drusilla, that's funny. I do remember her. She was so pretty, I thought. But I really remember always liking this doctor, and I don't know why. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh, I did want this. It's a lot from one. Look at me. I'm just cutting it out, though. Not everything needs to go on the cover. See, I get kind of boxed in, and I'm like, no, I'm only working on the cover. I'll only do the cover right now, but not everything has to be like that. Okay. Put these over. I do want to use this somewhere in the journal, though. So I'm saving this out. And I want to keep this journal next to me because this is the journal I'm using. So now let's go for a General Hospital. I have a big old mess in my room when I'm done, but that's okay. And this came inside the General Hospital book. I'm saving that for an element. And I don't know if I want to take something from the cover. I kind of wanted to take some of these from the cover as well. I think really from this cover, all I want to take is her. So let's do that. Okay, Jane, see you later. You gotta get your parcels out. I get it. Okay. I'm just gonna kind of cut this because I like the gold around it and it's raised and it's just fun. But the rest of the stuff on the back, I don't really think like that's a classic pose, right? Reminds me of the Gilmore Girls. Emily Gilmore. Okay. Let's do General Hospital now. There's really not a Luke and Laura. That Luke and Laura picture is what we need. But there might be a big one inside. So we're just going to cut out more of these elements. I love how they do the lines on here. I think that is a lot of fun. It's funny, the hospital. Anywhere here in America hospital, basically. Oh, this is fun. Save that, set that aside. I do want to start gluing some elements down, though. I don't want to just bore you guys with my perusing and cutting. This one has a lot more writing in it, so I'm glad I didn't really pick this one because oh, Luke came on in the fall of 1978. Wow. Because I like, this has a lot more writing. I don't want to have to be, I want to be able to collage around. Okay, we need this. If it's Luke and Laura, we need it. But because some of these have more pictures, and this one, General Hospital in particular, has more writing, it looks like. Okay. This Great Moments thing is fun, though. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pick out a few more. Oh, look at Laura's wedding. That has to be on there. Oh, as I just lobbed it off. Lobbed the bride off. Good going, Carrie. I tried to use my craft knife. I think I need a new one. I probably need to get like an X-Acto knife. Didn't they all go to jail? Or die at one point? And the coming back to life thing for me was just like, oh my gosh. Like that was like a real, I have have to watch next week or tomorrow or whatever. It was the next day. It was tomorrow. I remember these two. Because that was always the clincher, right? What do you mean she wasn't really poisoned and dead, or they didn't remember anything? So believable at the time. It just hooked me. It hooked me. I loved it. Okay, I'm deaf. Oh, there's a good. Oh, Luke and Laura again. Okay. And then I have one more to go through, so I need to I want somebody from every soap to be represented on the cover. I think that would be good. Oh, this is really cool. Port Charles. That's right. It was Port Charles. They invited BB King. Oh, neat. That's so cool. Dark Shadows. That was good. Oh, that movie, Johnny Depp remade the movie, right? And that was based on, oh, here's a whole spread of Luke and Laura's wedding. Like, this has to be in the, okay, let's see if we can do it a little bit more gingerly now, though, because Rick Springfield, I do remember him. He may or may not be on my Spotify playlists and come up sometimes. Oh, see, this thing isn't helping. I don't know what happened. I need a new one, clearly. Okay. I don't remember Dark Shadows, the TV show, but I do remember the movie that was a remake of the TV show, I think. Where do you, did you view, are you watching that like on streaming, the TV show, or the remake, the movie? He used to be, I used to have this poster in my room. That's so funny. Well, he's going to go in there then. That's a memory. Poor memory unlocked. John Stamos. Okay. Let's. Oh, see, I love this kind of stuff. I just want to try. This one has less pictures of people in it and more words and more scene pictures. I like these little yearbook things to be on the front. So I do remember them as a couple as well. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we are. The cover's where it's at for me with this book. And what's on the back? I remember Vanessa Marcel was on General Hospital, and then she went to Beverly Hills. 90210. That's one of my favorites. She's actually the mom on Charmed. That's funny. Okay. Let's get into cutting some of these out, and then we'll show you the One Life to Live one, because this doesn't need to be a whole stream about just me cutting. Me cutting and talking and unlocking core memories. Like, how goofy. Let me go and Google it. I thought it was a soap opera. Oh, maybe it was a soap opera. You might be right. You? I just know they did a remake movie to it. So I thought you were streaming it somewhere. Okay. So we have One Life to Live. Love her. Love that. Right away, that's what we're doing. Clearly, I was an ABC watcher, and I went rogue and did CBS with Young and the Restless, right? I don't know why. I think it was the timing of it all. And then the whole Northwest afternoon thing was on ABC too. So there's that. All right, I need to take another sip of my tea. It's getting a little bit warm in here. I think it's like 80 today. I have my window open and my fan on a little bit and the candle going. But it's a candle warmer, so it's not like I have a candle burning. Part 4. Ooh. Oh, awards. Okay. behind the scenes facts. So this is all like fun behind the scenes stuff. I don't think I want as much behind the scenes on the cover. I do remember him. Rather than, like, my cover seems pretty full right now. The Roseanne thing cracks me up. Now, I remember this scene, actually. Woo! Just ripping and tearing away. Oh, because it was so dark. Oh, I didn't know that it was a soap opera. Okay. Oh, Judith Light. How are you watching it? I could go check it out. I guess I didn't realize it was a, I remember this family. Was a soap opera. Oh, I remember him. I really liked him. Bo. Okay, so he could go on the cover too. I think now I have somebody. Oops, just going to ruin the book before I even get a chance to use it. But this book I'm not using. I forgot what I was going to say. I was saying something. Looking how to view it now. Thank you, View. I feel like I have every streaming service known to man, and everything I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Let me go watch that. It's like, oh, would you like to rent that? I'm like, no, I already paid for it, don't I? Apparently not. Okay. I think I'm good with what I want. Oh, I do remember her, Megan, though. Is Megan in here anywhere? She has to be. Look at the men of One Life to Live. Heck yeah. Okay, so this would be fun. I'm going to use these for cards and bookmarks too, for some of like my spicy and sarcastic bookmark ideas too. Like this would be fun. A lot of these pictures. Because I'm not just tossing these books, just so we know. That's not what's happening. They're going to be in my craft of hoard of paper books forever. And I'm always going to go back to them. Okay, now these are just scenes. Okay, so I think I have enough for the cover. These are fun though. Jamaica, West Indies, 1986. The Speedos. The Speedos. Oh my gosh, imagine going to the beach now, seeing somebody in Speedos. Southern California people don't wear the Speedos. So if somebody is at the beach wearing Speedos, they're like, oh, are they from Europe? Like they're a tourist, clearly. The only time anybody is wearing Speedos would be my son when he was on the swim teams. But then he didn't even want to wear the Speedos. He wore like the long Speedo shorts is what he did. Okay. So that's where we're going to land with that for now. I kind of just wanted to focus on the cover. So what's trash? What's going on here? I have like two piles, one and the same. Oh, you do remember Dark Shadows? Oh, I don't. I guess I'm too young, I think. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these down. And I'm probably going to then focus on getting maybe some words from other ones too. But it's nice because she has a black background. So I'm going to cut her out as like a fun silhouette type thing. I'll try to bubble fussy cut around her. If now I may not even be on camera. I'm going to have to look at my angle. Yep, you are a baby, my dear. Oh, you're so nice. I'll be, I'm going to highlight your comment because that just made my day. I am closer to 50 than I am to 40. I will be 49 this July. My kids call me old. Those darn kids. But Mom, those kids do not call you old. They think you're young, just so you know that. They're like, oh, Grandma's young. I'm like, wait, then how am I old? She had me. Like, you guys realize she is older than me. Oh, goodness. These kids. It's because I've always been their accountability coach. Make them be the rule follower the best I could. I didn't have those issues with my daughter. I did with my son. Okay, we're just gonna like pop up. So then this way, if I cut out like the silhouette and we're not doing the whole yearbook, square yearbook thing of him, I can fit more in, and I'm gonna be able to fit like the words and the fun stuff in. I don't know if I want this on the cover though. Okay, let's see. I do want him on the cover. Adam Chandler. Look at that background. How very 80s. Very, very funny. Very much reminds me of school photos or going to the professional photographer. And those were like the cool backgrounds, right? Tubi. Okay, perfect. Tubi's got those commercials though. I don't like the commercials. But I don't mind Tubi because they do have a lot of stuff on there. Oh, that's perfect. I'm going to check it out actually when I'm going to be mopping my floors and stuff after this. I love this. I love this, everything about this picture. I might want to use the square of her just because it looks like the sunlight and the wind. And I remember when I was younger, I did do a little bit of modeling, and they always wanted like wind in your hair type look. And they would always like try to prop you up and pose you, or they wanted you to hold your hair up so it made it look like it was in the wind. I do remember those photo shoots. Okay, so you found it on Tubi. Since my mom is recently retired, and I think she's just cutting the cord with her cable, so she has access to all my streaming services. And then she was talking about before she fully retired, somebody was talking about Tubi, and I was like, yeah, but they've got the commercials. But they do have stuff that nobody else has, and you can just kind of, like, my mom's a big like get up and do stuff at the commercials kind of gal. So that would be fun for you to watch, Mother. Actually, okay, let's see. I don't know if I want this on the front either. I like the silhouettes being on the front and the family stuff, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to put these aside for now because what I'm going to do is like get my sewing machine threaded and get that bobbin in there. I didn't realize that I didn't have all that. I don't know why. I didn't think of that. Duh. I plugged it in, I turned it on. I'm like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. And then I do want to do like the stitching of time theme. So I'm probably going to do these silhouette pictures and then pick out some quotes. And I like how they do the script quotes. I think that that's fun. The Roseanne thing is cracking me up. I grew up watching that TV show. Okay, my phone's a buzzing over here. I'm getting text messages. It'll probably be my son, and then he'll be like, wait, are you live? I'll be like, yeah, join us, Grandma's here. And he'll be like, oh, okay, I'll call you later. Like, he's not joining us on the live. He'll just text me. He's like, I don't do the crafting. I'm like, you don't have to. My mom doesn't do the crafting. Engaging coloring view. I watch it every time it was on. Oh, that's funny. Columbo. Oh, I love Murder, She Wrote's my favorite. One year for Christmas, my mom actually got me the whole DVD set of Murder, She Wrote. I have that out in my living room. I love Murder, She Wrote. And then when I was in Barnes & Noble the other day on my way to the bathroom where I was not going to buy anything, but I did, and you guys saw my haul at the very beginning, I saw the Jessica Fletcher Murder, She Wrote series on a back shelf. I was like, oh, heck yeah. I might want him to go inside, though. I think that's kind of big. Got to have Susan Lucci twice because she's like the queen. I probably need more people in here, but I want to do like a lot of the scripty quote stuff. And I like this little black border around it because it's a little bit fun and funky. I love the gold, and it's the raised gold. So let's, as I cut into the gold, I'm cutting it off as I'm telling you I like it. Probably from the kids. Well, I thought it was from you, but yeah, maybe it is from the kids. I do love Murder, She Wrote. I do like Columbo a lot. I have an older client from my last program. I don't see her anymore, which I really miss her. But every time I would go over to her house, she was always watching Columbo. I don't know what she was watching it on. Probably on Tubi as well. That little free streaming service offers a lot. I also like the free streaming service Pluto, because they have a lot of like old-fashioned Saturday morning cartoon stuff on there. And when my grandson is over, we try to have like low stimulating TV for him, or we'll keep like fun like nature ambience on or whatever. He really just I discovered John Deere has a kids channel on YouTube, and it's just construction sites and tractors and moving dirt. And he sat there, and he is 20 months old. He sat there for 30 minutes on my living room floor staring at it. And then he'd look back at me every so often to make sure I was still there and smile at me. And then go back to watching it. He was so enthralled with it. And then wanted to go outside and run around outside. So we took him to the park. But that was fun. Okay. And get a little bit of this blue border here because I did a fun, funky border. We can get some words going on. How are you guys spending your Sunday? I'm glad you're here with me. Just kind of getting the creative on, keeping the creative juices flowing. Okay. I'm going to ink up around these guys though, because, and even though I know I'm going to sew around them, I still want to ink up around them, probably just out of habit. Tattered Rose might be fun because I do want to play up. I think I want to paint the cover. I think I want to paint it with like acrylic paint, just like a border, and then the spine, and then I'm going to put the lace over it with a pink. I love pink, so that might just be me. Okay, I'm going to reach as I bump things. I'm going to reach, and I'm going to clean off. It's my new set of brushes, because my older ones were like 10 years old. I'm just going to rub it off. So I have a wet side and then a dry side, and it's every color. So it kind of colors up my brushes, but I don't mind. And then if it doesn't rub off, I know it's clean that way. Because I don't need a bunch of different colors. A bunch of different colors, and you may not even be able to see because this is like a magazine, so that may not even matter what I'm doing. Let's try it on a few and then see. I'm thinking it's not even going to matter because this isn't like paper. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I don't think. And it just looks weird right there to me. So yeah, okay. We'll ditch that idea. That idea didn't work. Nice job, Carrie. How we figure it out though, right? Okay. We have some words. I want to get my decorative edge scissors out to cut those, and they're right behind me. This is where I need the BRB sign, so you know my internet connection didn't go poof. Okay. I've had these scissors for longer than my daughter's alive, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I haven't had them that long. She just turned 24. I think I got them maybe when she was right around the time she was born, because I was doing a lot of scrapbooking. And so I got decorative scissors instead of like a trimmer for everything, but I could never cut with these very straight. So do you guys have decorative scissors? Oh, I cut that right up to the edge like a dope. So now are we going to even be able to see what the word says? Whatever. But do you guys have decorative scissors in your stash if you're paper people? Okay. I'll just go with that. Yeah, I see it. And it's like those of us, Ellen, that have the decorative scissors are like, oh, we've had them for years and years. But I just started seeing at Michael's that they're having their own, like the Recollections brand of decorative scissors. So it's like they're coming back. But decorative paper trimmers really kind of took over for decorative scissors, probably because of the nobody could. Brooke slaps Erica. That cracks me up right here. Probably because nobody could cut straight with them. Or maybe that was just a me problem. Who knows? But I like them. They're fun. I'll never get rid of them out of my stash. And this might need, I don't know if I can do paint on this because it's going to need like some stenciling or something right there. Like that's a lot of white space for me. Or I don't like white space generally on a project. Or okay, so these are from stenciling, or what I was thinking, my brain, I could like go like that with those. This is All My Children. Ooh, she could go there. And we could glue her up here. I have to go, ladies. I have a lunch date with a girlfriend. We'll have a fun lunch date. Thank you for stopping by. Love you. And now you can watch Dark Shadows when you get home. Okay, so what I'm going to do, so I have some from All My Children. Because Young and the Restless is next to me. Let's pick out some wording from Young and the Restless. I'm going to go like probably, I love this. This is a lot of fun in this book. I'm going to probably go back to the later years because those are probably, I didn't watch like in the 70s. I was born in the 70s. So the early 90s and late 80s is like what I remember. And I kind of just pick up random. Honestly, it doesn't really need. Ooh, look there. Oh, Dear Santa. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. That's cute. Okay. Like I could just pick up random wording, so it doesn't really necessarily matter. And then, gosh, I've been on here a very long time and I don't have much of this project completed. Like, this is going to be like another one of my passion projects, like my 80s junk journal, my Society of Ideas, Everyday Idea junk journal. I like this. Or there's that. Wandered into Genoa City and soon occupied a special place in Ashley's heart. Aww. Okay. I just kind of want to get some words on the background. Now, have you guys ever had like a real weird, quirky idea like this and you just went with it? I mean, I know I can't be the only one. I've got ideas for days. That's why I needed the idea journal. My idea journal. Because in order to make it come to fruition, I need to like visualize it, right? Marcy Wade murder case of 1972. That sounds very, very dramatic. I must go back and watch that. Oh my goodness. Okay. I kind of want this just because. Might as well. Might as well. That may be a lot of that might be kind of big for, but I just kind of want to pick out wording, a little bit of wording from each one of these. And as I find little elements, I'm just going to shove them in here. So I kind of just have a project going all of the time. So I know you guys in the coloring world call it whips, works in progress. So I'm taking that like for crafting and coloring. I've got plenty of whips going on. Plenty. Okay. Luke Spencer suddenly heard a strange rumbling noise. Oh my gosh. That could not be whodunit. I love the whodunits. I like these, how they are doing this. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna need to get like a different craft knife because my craft knife is really disappointing me today. I guess it's just gonna become my certified package opener is basically what it's gonna be. That craft knife. Oh goodness, Christina. Idea journal, it's pretty empty in there. You know why? Because all of the ideas are swimming around in your head, right? Because I have that whole perimenopausal ADD going, if you can't tell. And I forget things. So I already have some on my children's stuff in here. So I think we're good. Okay. So yay you, Christina, for being able to keep those ideas in your head and remembering them. But what I'm going to do now with this idea journal that I have, it's basically done. I just have to like add elements to it. But this is how I am. I'm going to end up like waking up really early in the morning or really late at night and be like, oh, I have an idea. And I'm going to get it out and write it down. So it will quickly probably get filled. But I'm hoping, I kind of cut that off weird, but it's okay. I'm hoping to not needing to buy more new supplies because I don't need new anything. And I'm hoping that it'll get me into using my stash that I have. I really need to like get back to that. Last year, that was kind of my goal. Use what I have kind of thing. But oh, Dumbledore. Yeah. It's funny. But anyway, so I'm hoping it'll like get me back to not needing to or thinking that I need to buy new things. And because I'll just go in and buy one or two things from Michael's because they are across the street from my work. And if I'm to and from the office, because I do see clients in the field as well, I'll be like, oh, go to Michael's first or whatever. Barnes & Noble too, obviously. Got to use the bathroom. I'll just buy one or two things and their rewards are really adding up. So before I know it, I'm like, oh, I have a $10 reward. Well, I don't need anything, but let's go. Let's go see what they have. I agree because I think that's what you should call your idea journal as well, because I was fumbling around with the Society of Idea Journal notebook or whatever that Dee Willingham says. And I'm like, that's not working for me. And Jane said, just make it your everyday ideas journal. And I think that that's what probably I'm leaning towards. So we can personalize the names of our little idea journals. Yeah, everything is danger, danger. Danger, danger. I need that. Belinda, I'm going to need you in my, I'm going to need to hear that when I drive by. Danger, danger. My car is going to need to like, the steering wheel is going to need to start buzzing or something. To be like, don't go in there. My phone needs to have like a little danger alarm every time I pull in the Michaels. I don't know where I think I get all that money from. I don't have it. I work for what I have. I just delegate differently. Like, oh, we don't need that many groceries, do we? My daughter's like, Mom. I'm like, well, we ordered the farm box. We're good, aren't we? Okay. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start gluing some elements down. And I think I want the words like to be more probably in the back. And I refilled my glue press, so she should be ready to go. It'll be interesting how this magazine texture glues on this. Like, it shouldn't wrinkle or anything. I'm just going to kind of put this up here in the corner and get out my handy dandy little cloth. See, I could sit here and create all day. I got a new chair last weekend at TJ Maxx last Saturday. I probably talked about it on my live last Sunday. And this thing is so comfy. It was like a big impulse buy. And it's like bigger. So it's not like a small office chair like what I had before. I had like a pink small office chair. So this one's bigger and the cushions in it are really thick. I used to have to lay a blanket down on my last chair and I used to make the bottom of my back fall asleep. Brooke slaps Erica. I'm going to put those two ladies together. Those two ladies, like they belong together. So I could really, like, I've been sitting here instead of going to the couch or whatever and doing my homework. I've been like in my room at my craft desk, and I have like a little tray next to me where my laptop is on, and I was like, it's been more comfortable to do homework and everything like that. I like it. Okay, so I'm going to glue her down here. And then I am going to do some of the stitching, but I also, once I get these down, I want to use the Kiritaki Gold because I'm in love with my Liquid Sunshine. And I think that that will just be fun because now I have some gold elements up here too. It would have also been fun. I could have, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, but I like the quilting. We all voted on the quilting and I do like it a lot. I could have used a full page and kind of covered up around that and made that the cover as well. But I didn't do that. This is what I did. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not at all mad at it. Okay. Let's see. Luke and Laura, like, just hello. Got to be front and center, don't they? And not everything needs to be with its soap opera. I keep moving this stuff. Let's just actually be organized about ourselves and put it next to me so I don't lose it. And I have my little trash pile on the side of me. Okay, so hopefully y'all can see me. I feel like, oh, it is the best gold, Ellen. I love it. You want to check it out really quick? Because I don't know if I'm going to get to that point today. I freaking love this stuff. And then you shake it up because it has like a little ball bearing thing in it. I love it. And it was pretty expensive. Honestly, I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't like $15 or $20. It was under like 15. And I really liked it. And a little bit goes a long way. And I kept thinking before, like, oh, I need a okay, I'm gonna need to move. I need to move some things here. I don't think y'all can see me. Oops. I need to get more because I'm going to run out of it, but then I go look at it and I'm not running out of it at all. Pot of gold. Heck yeah. It does last a long time. I am noticing that. I like it. I got it because of Dee Dee Willingham, like half of the stuff that she enables us to do. These Glassboard Studio magnets are like super, super strong. Attacking everything on my desk. For the pumpkins, she collages a pumpkin. I guess she collages a real pumpkin. That's the pumpkin I watched her collage was a real pumpkin. But I got the idea to get that Kiritaki Gold because I was like, oh, because I do a Halloween tree. My Christmas tree comes out in August, and she is a Halloween tree. And then she goes to Christmas, November 1st. And then she goes to Valentine's Day because I don't really feel like taking her down till the end of February. And so I collaged, I bought a craft pumpkin at Michael's when they were on sale. And so I bought that Kiritaki Gold for the pumpkin. I really like it. And I'm just in love with it for everything, honestly. So I don't really feel like I need to name this journal either. Like, do y'all think it needs a name? Like, do I need to put something here? Like, I'm not actually, because I'm getting too straighty for myself. Poscas on sale on Amazon. Yeah, I like the Poscas I have too. I actually picked up a neutral set of Poscas at Target, believe it or not. I saw them they were $7.88. Oh, it works on every surface and it covers nice. You know what? I might get out my Poscas then. Because I do have Poscas sitting next to me. I might do that. I didn't even think of that. I'm just in love with this gold and it's in front of me. Let me get out my Poscas and I'll test it on a page. We'll test it. Luke and Laura, like, hello. And we're just gonna like get wonky with it. Let's get funky with it. And just kind of put it here, there, and everywhere. And if I end up crafting myself out of a space and then y'all can't see me, so I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. And I'll just put this right here and then start putting stuff on the top. I shouldn't have glued them down like I did. But that's okay. Live and let live. It's only crafting. It's not brain surgery here. A 5x8 for mixed media journal. I just purchased this on Amazon as well. Listen to me with the Amazon. I need to stop it. This was $10 as like a mixed media journal. And I kind of wanted to make this either for like my desk journal to pick up extra bits of things, or I want to do an experiment with a little bit of art journaling. I don't know what I want to do with it. I'm thinking for a desk journal, I have so much mixed media paper in my stash. This might be too long. Oh no. Okay, that can go in the journal. That's okay. This can probably go in the journal too, I'm thinking. I have a lot going on here. But I have so much mixed media paper. I was thinking, you know, I could just make my own little desk journal for like bits and pieces of things and like extra paint and all of that. And then use that as like experimenting to art journal. Oh, my nose is running. I'm sorry. As View would say, my nose wants to be athletic. And art creations next time, a great sale. Yeah. I love the great sales. Love the great sales. It's springtime. My window's open and my nose wants to be athletic. It was really itchy. There we go. So do we think we need a title right here or anything, or we're just going to put all of this together on it? And then that kind of explains what it, oops. Oh gosh. That kind of explains what it is, right? Oh my goodness. I do have the fan on. I can just put this over this. Like, that's not really that big of a deal. I don't know why I'm being all precious about it. So, and this isn't even a a full smooth circle. Oops, I just knocked something down, didn't I? That's okay. Victor Newman was so handsome in an ugly kind of way. Okay, so I'm glad it wasn't just me that thought that when I was younger, because I was like, he was old, like for me, like when I was younger, but I was like, you know, for like an old guy, like he's cute. But I wouldn't be like, oh, like I have this crush on an old guy kind of thing. It was just like, oh, I don't know. It was weird. Oops, I got glue. Well, this glue dries clear, so I'm not going to freak my freak. As Tim Holtz would say. I always have to give credit to Tim Holtz when I say that because I tend to say it a lot. Okay, now we're kind of full, aren't we? Aren't we full? We are full, so we're not really getting a title. Art creations for sketching. Oh, nice. Newman, a man. Yeah. Oh, I am. Yes. I forgot to mention that. I'm so sorry. It's Sunday and I don't think on Sundays. I did my homework yesterday, so I'm not even in that frame of mind. I'm going to go on Christina's live Tuesday night. And 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's 5 p.m. Pacific time, right? So I can be home by then. Yes, yes. I think it'll be fun. I'm very excited. See, we're just putting stuff up over the words. It's fine. I think that's fine. I actually could. He might be fun with words behind him too, no? Mm-hmm. And that's just going to kind of be, oh no, I forgot my favorite doctor. Can't have that happen. Here, let's get these out. These are going to be easier. Let's get more of like a, I don't know why she was my favorite doctor. She was like a woman. She was so smart. And I was like, I like her. I don't know. Over there saving people and being in the drama at the same time. I liked her. Oops. Just gonna break this. Okay. The cutting and gluing gets going and I forget everything else too. Yeah, I do. Well, I was worried I was taking up too much of your guys' time with the just the perusing of my fun little yearbooks. I'm really glad you guys, I hope you're enjoying it, but I'm glad you guys are like here on this little quirky, weird paper crafting journal with me. I always call it weird, but it's not necessarily weird. Uh-oh. I didn't glue him down well enough. So I'll pick this up here and there, and it's just going to kind of be a, oops, okay. Now I need to get to business. Excuse me. I'll pick it up and put it down and turn it around. And when I really like, maybe I'm on a funk or whatever, because I don't really have any goal in mind with this other than it just being like fun. And I can like, maybe there's other books out there for things that I enjoyed when I was younger, and I don't know, it'll all go in there. Who knows? I just had to go with this idea because I saw that stupid reel. It all started with the TikTok reel. I saw that reel and then it took me down like a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I was like, nope, Thrift Books got my back. I know Thrift Books has my back. And they did. They did not disappoint, because as soon as I typed that in and I put that in my cart, it's like, maybe you would like these. I was like, well, yes, I would. Thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me. Okay, so I could put them up there. Varnish at the end. I actually do. Oh, I may not have varnish. That's actually a really good idea, Ellen. I should put varnish on this when I'm done. Okay, so my question to you, paper peeps, and your like the varnish, I would like to finish it off with something. I would say like a fixative, and to me that would be like a Dollar Tree hairspray. But I have Mod Podge, which I'm afraid that it'll take this off. I have matte Mod Podge. I have gesso. I do not think I have varnish. I might have a spray varnish actually down there, but I can't see that far. So that it would probably be recommended because this is the cover. So thank you, Ellen, because that's a really good idea. Okay, so this is just going to go up here. And I am going to put this through my sewing machine and do some funky stitches and stuff. Don't use that Mod Podge. Okay, because I know I remember you telling me, View, that Mod Podge was like ruining your paper or taking something up at one point. I've collaged with Mod Podge before, not on paper, but on things, and it's been fine. But it does kind of tear things away. And so I do have the matte gel medium for the pages in the book, which I'm going to use. And then I can just kind of like funsy over it with stuff like paint and stencils and other pictures and stuff like that. But it will smear the ink. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Collage is good, but anything else is evil. So I have the gesso, or I have this, but this is a matte gel, so this will matte it down. I don't necessarily think I need to do that. Let's just put too much glue over there. Even a spray varnish would be bad. Okay, let me get out my Poscas. I've not really used them a whole lot. I have a few more minutes with you guys. I put myself on my own little time frame just to make sure I could mop my floors today, because I'm also binge watching Yellow Jackets. I don't know if you guys have watched that. And since I don't have any homework today, I want to like be able to, it's been my meditation weekend, basically. Where did I put my Poscas? Oh no. Okay, hold on. I have a pile of paper at my feet, but that's what cleaning up later is for. Spray varnish is okay. Okay, I'll do that. The matte medium is okay, but it will make a matte flat. Yeah. That, see, okay. And I do, which that might be nice. So I have gesso. I put matte medium over everything. Okay, and that's good to know because it clearly doesn't smear for you then, right? I have these too. These Stabilos. I think they're Stabilo pencils I purchased for like drawing over things too after I matte mediumed it. So should I put the Posca down before I seal it, right? Because if I have the spray varnish over here, or that's what I thought. Okay, gesso is a prep for paper. That's what I thought. But hey, Chris, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So maybe I probably didn't need to buy both of these, but I like having this just in general. So I bought a big one because it was on sale. And then I bought this on purpose for this project. Okay, so my question is, should I put the Posca down first to kind of like instead of the gold? Because that might be fun. Or should I treat it and then put the Posca down? Because this is going to be my cover. And this is going to be my cover. I'm going to paint this back here with acrylic paint. So because the spine says I'm using the Y&R one, and this is a bit, I have to glue this down, which is good because I have the bookbinding glue to do that. So I was going to paint this, and this was going to be a lace backing. And then this will be my front cover. I guess I didn't put enough glue up to the edge. What's wrong with me? This will be my front cover. And then I'll show you what the back cover will be really quick. Because I was thinking like it's like a coffee table book. but this will be my back cover. I have a piece of paper like that for the back. So this will be the front cover and this will be the back cover. Oh yeah, you have a lot to do, Chris. I've kind of used this weekend. I didn't have a whole lot of plans because last week was my daughter's birthday, so we did all that stuff. And then I was really busy last weekend. I had an easy homework weekend, so I made this my meditation weekend. I've kind of like locked myself in my house, other than running a few errands here and there. And like I'm in my my uniform, as I told you, it's my weekend uniform, which I don't know if you can see it. It's fun. I have fun pajamas that are really soft. And that's what I wear if I'm not going nowhere. Anyway, so that was, I guess that would be my only question then. So would I do the Posca now, like outline stuff with Posca? I'm still going to sew on it. So I might want to sew on it before I do the Posca, or would I want to treat it before I did that? That's the question. So if you know the answer, throw it in there. But yeah, so I'll play around. These are the Poscas that I have. This is the neutral set that I got. Oops, if I can open it. This is a neutral set that I got at Target. It was like $7. Put Posca now. Okay, that's what I was thinking too. And then I can still sew over the Posca too, right? Because it's not like puppy paint or anything, is it? Because I'm new to the whole Poscas. I'm new to the acrylic markers. Oh, this is open. And then I got these. My mom got me these for Christmas in my stocking. And I guess that is going to be the last Christmas that we do individual gifts for each other. We're going to do like a game and then just buy for the baby and draw names. So I have these. Okay, that's what I thought, as long as the Posca is dry. So I'm kind of stuck on the gold because that's just what I had in my head. So that's just what I had in my head. So let's test those really quick. And then this is the tag that I made to go inside of this journal. This is just the cover. Today we just did the cover. We just scratched the surface, if you will. So let me test these out on my little coloring paper. Alcohol markers instead. Oh, love me some alcohol markers. Posca is king. Love it. I love it. So let's try to test these out a little bit because I'm not going to do any more with this right now. Because I think I'm at a really good stopping point, because if I start something up again, it's going to be the rest of my afternoon. Yeah. Oh, Ellen, so you're getting this set or this set? So this is what I got for $7 at Target. And now when I go back to Target, they're 12 something. So I don't know what was up with that, but yay. And this is what I got for Christmas. So I'm going to try, because I'm assuming that I'm going to prime these, right? So y'all are going on this little fun journey with me. This is all part of my little self-care crafty journey. So I shake it, pump it, and draw it just like I do. Oh, this is metallic. Just like or there's silver. Just like I do with my my Ohuhu gel pens that I just purchased, which I'm absolutely in love with. So if you have gel pens that you're not really in love with, like myself, that's kind of how it was for myself. I highly recommend the Ohuhu gel pens. I do the glitter gel pens because, you know, it's in the name. I love everything with glitter on it. And then I was sewing a lot when I started my Instagram. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Shake and then pump it. Pump it. I have that song in my head. I don't use that much. Okay, why is this not working? Did I not shake it enough? I'm very impatient. Can't beat $1 each, right? Yeah, I don't feel like I should have to prime it that. Oh, there we go now. I think. I see the ink coming out now. There we go. That was my impatience got the best of me. I have a lot going on this page, so you might not be able to see. Might not be able to see. I like that. So we could use that. I could use a color. Let me shake up the silver because I can like outline some of this stuff. And so we still have the quilts on the back, and I am going to like run this through my sewing machine too. So I'm just going to shake up the silver. This is the gold. Wait, if you can, I don't think you can see it that far. This is the gold, if you like that. And then we have the silver. And mind you, I'm going to paint, or I actually could do it with these Poscas because I really don't need to paint. I just need to outline the book. And I'm going to do that in pink. And I'm looking at this pink thinking maybe that could be it. So you guys could just experiment here with me. Okay. I think I have to shake it more than what I want to. I just want it to be ready to go, I guess, in my head. Oh, here. I see it coming out now. I need to shake it more. But I don't do a whole lot of swatching of my stuff. I do somewhat, but not a whole lot. And there we go. So I tend to, when I'm coloring, I will swatch as I go. And that's what all this is, because this is my protective sheet. So you have the silver. And let me try the pink that I'm thinking for. Okay, now I'm moving everything, thinking. Alrighty. Knocking everything down. I ran out of space. I need my full-size craft room back. So I'm basically like in a crafting corner in my room, which is fine. But when my daughter moved back in with me, I lost the second bedroom. Oh, that's good to know, Chris. Yes, I know certain creators, they only, these are a lot smaller. Certain creators only push certain brands, or I don't know. That's where I get lost sometimes in the crafty community. These might be too small. I thought these were going to be fat like this. So I am going to paint then. I like it though. I do like it. I'm just doodling. I don't know. Anyway, so that's probably not going to work for the edging around the book. It will have to be, I'll use an acrylic paint, which I have plenty of them. I do have plenty of those, but so then should we do the silver or the gold with this? I'm thinking gold because of this, and I was already thinking of this, my Kirataki, but getting the Poscas out was a great idea. So thank you. Thank you. Love getting ideas from each other. I love it. So I think I'm going to go with the gold. What do y'all think? Are we good with the gold? I could do gold and silver. It actually doesn't. Not that big of a deal. Okay, before I cut myself, let me put these away because I will. And then I'll just kind of outline the harsher lines a little bit instead of inking it up, which that was my idea initially. Gold, thank you, Christina. I think so too. Okay. So, oh no, I forgot to put him on here. See, he got in my trash pile. Golly darn. Well, let's get him back out. Man, oh man. I can't believe I did that. I was like, why is he over there? In my little trash pile. He needs to go right there. Where he needs to go. We need to get everybody on this book that we can, right? My goodness. Okay. So I don't mean to like keep you all on here all Sunday afternoon. I'm sorry. I was very excited to get this project started though, because it's been in my head for a while. And then I was like, nope, I can't write it down in my little idea journal because my idea journal is not finished, but just flipping through it just a few minutes ago, it's a lot more finished than I thought. So it's ready to use. She's ready to rock and roll. I was freaking my freak. Okay. Oh. I hope to see you all Tuesday on Christina's channel. 7 p.m. Central Time. Oops, I'm dropping things. 5 p.m. Pacific Time. That's my time zone. I love that we can all come on here and create together in different time zones. I love it. But at the same time, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I just kind of want to outline a little bit of these just to highlight and give it like more of like a fun little finished look. I hope you can see me. I mean, I'm not a freehand artist by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, it's just fun. Something fun like that. I like it. Can you see it? It's hard for me to look. Oh, now I'm covering up the blue. Why would I do that? Oh, and of course I smudged it because that's what I do. I can see myself on StreamYard and then I can see myself on YouTube in front of me. And I'm like, wait. And it gets a little bit confusing. So just to kind of outline these guys, just to give it a little bit of zhuzh. And I'm just going to do that. And that'll probably be it. And because since I cut some of her gold off over here, Miss Erica Kane deserves all of the gold that we can give her because she was my favorite soap opera character of all time. I don't know why. She was so glamorous to me. I thought she was so glamorous. And let's just do that. And there we go. And Luke and Laura, of course, need to be highlighted because it's Luke and Laura. Like, let's get real. If you know, you know. And I don't, like, it would be fun to maybe outline the, I'm thinking the gold on the paper, but I still want to run this through my sewing machine a little bit too, so I can give it that fun quilty look. So I'll have to do that after I thread it. I really thought it was threaded. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that today. I'm like, wait, no, you're not. I need to wait to write in the chat. I know. Yeah, my brain sometimes, you know, my brain, I'm either moving too fast because I'm on hyperspeed because of work, or I'm on weekend time and I'm like, nah, like that's not, thinking isn't for me today. So I'm either too fast or too slow. There's that. It's just fun to outline the pictures, and I'll outline this whole thing, which my decorative scissors got me there. So it's just like a little bit of like artwork on textbooks. Like when I used to cover my textbooks, because that was a requirement in school, with brown paper bags, and then we could do the artwork on it. This is what this is reminding me of. Bye, Ellen. I had a great time with you as well. This will be probably the last thing that I do. And then I got to do my floors. And I got to, like, I don't know. I'm watching Yellow Jackets. I told you guys that. It's kind of a dark show. So, I mean, some people might like not be into it. But have you guys watched that show? Do you like it? And I read this morning. I would like to finish this book because it's not very exciting. Like, I like it, but it's not. I thought it was psychological thriller. It's not really. It's more of like a history lesson about being a housewife in the 40s and 50s. But it's good. Like, it has a good personal story in there. Ellen, I love having you here every week. You're just like such a wonderful cheerleader. I actually love having all of you guys here every week. I love the commentary. I think you guys get my sense of humor. Not everyone does. And I appreciate getting ideas from you and collaborating with you, and the camaraderie, like the community and the friendship. Because people, like in my real life, they support, because I've told you I've handcrafted a life for myself in my second act. So I don't surround myself with anybody that doesn't find appreciation with my crafting. So everyone in my life, current day and time, appreciate my crafting and my ideas, but they're not crafters. You know what I mean? They're not crafters. So, okay, I keep wanting to outline right here just because it's the design in the paper, but I think I'm going to let that go. And I'm just going to finish outlining Miss Victoria. Or no, she's not Victoria. Up there is. Oh, I need to study up, man. I need to study up. Okay, so this is my cover. It's wet. We're going to let it dry. Thank you for all of your help. This is, I feel like this is too light. Is my lighting too light? I think I have it on light is why. I had it on auto before and it was getting really funky at that point. So this is my cover. So if I need to be darker, let me know. I think I can make myself darker here. I'm not going to start messing with it now, but for next time, if I am too light for you guys right now, let me know, because I can kind of mess with the light and the dark. So this is going to be my cover. I am going to paint. I'm going to play up in the pink, and I'm going to paint the edging. I'm going to paint pink, and I'm probably going to scuff this up just a little bit with the light grit sandpaper, so when my Fabri-Tac arrives, it will stick down. And then I'm going to do the lace over here. Yeah, that's about it. That's what I did today, guys. I hope you liked it. Thank you. It's fun, huh? This is my fun and quirky project. I really didn't think it would resonate with a lot of people because it's based on like the soap operas I grew up with and that I loved. And I would not take a babysitting job when I was a teenager if they had me doing something during those times. I was awful. I was like, I have to take her to swimming lessons at 1 o'clock. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. No, if she can swim or run through the sprinkler in the backyard, then I'm good. You mean she doesn't have a nap time at that time? That's how I took my babysitting jobs during the summer, if I could watch my soap operas or not. If I had to drive them places or go anywhere with them or school shopping or anything like that, which started to happen the older I got, I was like, no. And I just went out and got a real job. I was like, no, that interferes with my soap operas, because then I could record them on VHS. So there we go. I did do a lot, right? I went through all of everything. I've been on here over 2 hours. I'm glad you guys stuck with me. I hope you come back next Sunday. I will try to film a recorded video during the week. I don't know if I will be able to do that this week, though. Probably not. Not this week. So this week, you're going to catch me and Christina Tuesday. And I still have the comment up there at Christina's channel. I don't know, Christina, is it going to let you put a link if I didn't have you as an admin? I guess I don't. I assigned Chris and View admins a while ago when we were on together. So if you want to throw in your channel, and we can find you there. So you'll find me with Christina on Tuesday, and then I'll be back next Sunday. A yearbook. It is a yearbook. See, that's what I had in my mind. It's a yearbook. They kept calling them scrapbooks, and I was like, no, these are yearbooks. So this is very like my early 90s heart coming, late 80s, early 90s. So that's where you'll catch me, and then you'll catch me next same time, same place next week here. Who knows what we'll be doing at that point? I have no idea. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. I will see you guys later. I hope you have a fantastic. Oh, I didn't do that though. Look, I'm going to see more of what I didn't do. Well, maybe I kind of want to leave it like that. I don't know. No, I think I want gold right there. Yeah, I could be here for a day and a half with this. This is crazy. Thank you. Thank you. I'll look for it, Christina. And I will see you guys on Tuesday and then see you guys next Sunday. And then don't forget to click on my link tree and then you can follow along on Instagram. We'll be posting stuff this week. I want to see what you guys are working on too. Post it in my community tab if I inspired you. Have a great, great rest of your weekend and take time for self-care. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you guys next time. I had a really fun time with you. Bye.